Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me is Mark Sebastian, Chief Operating Officer of Option Pit, for our weekly update on VOLQ, the volatility index that tracks the Nasdaq-100. And Mark, it's pretty interesting to see what it looked like from February to March. And now we're seeing the Nasdaq-100 nearly all-time highs, and that vol coming out of the market just as you had suggested.
Yeah, VOLQ is at lows that we haven't seen in a very long time. The one thing I'm really interested in, I'm watching, is the relationship of VOLQ and skew. The VXN, which is the VIX of the Nasdaq, not the same. It doesn't look at just at the money like VOLQ, which I love about VOLQ. Kind of looks at the whole curve. The thing I track is the spread between those two indexes. How is VXN and VOLQ related? Those two are sitting on top of each other, which means that out of the money options in the triple Q, both calls and puts, are relatively inexpensive relative to at the money. And so I've been spending some time looking at strategically buying strangles in May. I'm looking at the 325 puts versus the 345s, different trades like that, because the triple Q volatility as a whole is really, really flat.
Yeah, that's really interesting, because you would think that the way they're both constructed, they wouldn't mirror each other.
Yeah, normally they do track each other, and there's usually a spread between VXN and VOLQ, but and VXN usually trades at a premium, but that premium is as tight as we've seen all year, which really points toward depressed out of money options, which I think sets up some really favorable trades. Like I said, aforementioned strangles.
And to wrap up here, Mark, what does that suggest going into the summer months, that vol is going to remain muted? It doesn't sound as if there's really any chop in the market. I mean, we're even seeing it last week and this week.
I think we're heading for a teen VOLQ. I think volatility is going to continue to fall off, and you could see VOLQ get down as low as 18.
All right, Mark, appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq.